I'm so grateful to be here and share this with you guys. And if you've been following me, I released my word for 2023 back in November, and I said that this is the year of impact for me. And impact means whenever it's placed upon my spirit to host a workshop, I don't care if it look pretty or not. We're gonna get on here. We're gonna give you guys 110%. So if you're excited to be in the room, drop me some door emojis. Let me know that you guys are just as excited as I am to be in the room, right? So the first question I want to ask you guys is this: when was the last time you purchased income? Like, I want to start with that. When was the last time you purchased income? I want you guys to know it is not normal for you to focus on buying income every single day. Like, that's not something, that was really taught to us. And so every single day that I get up, I'm asking, how much money can I buy today? I enjoy buying money because I understand the more money I buy, it's going to be the more time I have, right? Time is so important. I can't get that back. My son, he's 19. My daughter, she's 18. Like, my other daughter's 16. I got a 10-year-old. How much money can I buy today? How many of you are buying income right now? Like, we have to get aggressive with buying income. And that's why I wanted to host this workshop and just talk with you guys really about how I buy income. Like, how I really, really, really buy income, right? But in order for you to be prepared to buy income, you got to be ready to be the bloodline breaker. I'll say that again. You got to be ready to be the bloodline breaker. What does that mean? There's going to be some bondage and there's going to be some chains of generational curses that's going to hold you back, and it's going to limit your thinking, and it's going to come in the form of, oh, I can't do it right now, or this may not be the season for me, or I don't have the money, or I don't know nobody that's doing it. Right now in the chat, I want you to drop no excuses. It's 2023. There's no excuses. And so you're going to have to be the bloodline breaker. You're going to have to be the one ready to end the cycle. If you're ready to end the cycle, I need for you to comment right now in the chat, me. Like, if you're going to be the one to end the cycle. I see some of my inner circle on here. I witnessed them. They started in last January, not owning real estate, and they owning doors. They end in the cycle. The cycle ends with them. They are addicted to eating this money. Some of y'all not addicted to eating money. Y'all addicted to snacks. Come on. All right. So let me say this, right? Money is just a piece of paper. I'll say that again. Money is just a piece of paper. It's going to do exactly what you tell it to do. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but money does not have a sense of humor. Like, it don't get happy when you go and invest it, and it don't get mad when you go buy candy or groceries or Netflix or your gym memberships. Like, money does not have a sense of humor, right? Those emotions come from you. You create emotions behind your money. I just need you to understand that, right? Money will end a friendship. People will end friendships. People will stop talking to family. People will curse you out. I have seen people kill. They have robbed. I have seen it all over money. I have seen it all, right? And so what I'm explaining to you guys is that money has no emotion. We have to understand that if we're going to focus on buying income, we cannot be tied to it with emotion. We have to deploy the money to do exactly what it is that it's supposed to do. It is supposed to go and make more money. There's not a reason why you should put $1 out in one day and not get $1 back. That makes sense? If y'all understand that, go ahead and drop me like some emojis. Like, let me know that makes sense, right? Like, for me, whenever, it's like two different mindsets. I remember, y'all know that I was poor in New Orleans, and me and my family was trapped in the city during Hurricane Katrina. And during that time, it was like I really witnessed the haves and the have-nots, right? I witnessed the haves and the have-nots. The have-nots were all still in the city with me. I don't know if y'all understand that. We could not get out of a city because of a natural disaster that would have possibly killed us because we didn't have the piece of paper we needed to get from up out of there. I witnessed family members fall off roofs and die in the flood waters because we didn't have money to get up out of there. Nobody in my family was buying income at that time. So it took for me to be trapped in the city and for my children to have on the same diaper for 2 days in a row. I couldn't do anything. Do you know how helpless it feels? And then I realized, I am a part of the have-nots. I am tired of being a part of the have-nots. I am tired of having to depend. People was mad at the president because he ain't come and check on us for weeks. People was mad because we couldn't get food in the city. Look, I was tired. I was like, if I get out of this flood, if I live, I will never, ever be trapped by a hurricane again. I'm going to be the first one out of here. Let me tell you something. If you've never been trapped in a city where there's no power, there's fires breaking out everywhere. The military is armed and people looting. So you see, it's like World War III. I thought it was the end of the world for us, right? So then I understand what that life is like. And then I go into, let me see what it's like to start investing. Now, I didn't just wake up and invest, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how I really got started in real estate. It ain't no pretty story. I just did it with what I had. But I remember now, like I went to me and my family, I took my whole entire family and a whole bunch of friends to a beach house. It was a mansion. It was beautiful. I took 2 weeks off and we enjoyed the week before Christmas there, right? And I remember going to the grocery store. This is how naive I was. I went to the grocery store, and in the grocery store, I recognized the price for the milk, the eggs, the sugar, just all the essentials that people buy on a daily basis. I'm like, eggs $9. I remember the last time I came to the grocery store, eggs was like $1.50, $2. I think these the same eggs. They didn't even increase the count. They ain't even increased the count. I mean, it is still it's $9. And I was like, how can someone come from where I come from afford $9 for some eggs? What type of system is this? I understood once again, that there is the haves and there's the have-nots. This time, I'm on the have side. I'm like, put them $9 eggs in the basket. I want some eggs in the morning. Like, I ain't even flinch about it. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we have to pick a side. You're either going to be on the have-nots or you're going to have to be on the have sides. But you can't be both. And so for me, the sooner I understood how money worked and how I could buy more income, I said, ooh, they messed around and let your girl in, Dave. They let me in. I ain't going back. I ain't never going back. And so I went from literally being poor, being homeless as a teenage mom, living under a bridge with my son, being trapped in the city by Hurricane Katrina. Like, what I'm saying? I went from the worst of the worst. How many of you have come out the worst of the worst and you still standing? Drop some emojis right now. You still standing. You done been through the worst of the worst and you still here. You still moving. You still showing up. You the bloodline breaker. You're going to be the one that changed the trajectory of your family. You're going to be the one to buy the income for your family. You're going to be the one to replace all of the income that your family is looking for. You're going to be the one that does that for them, right? So again, like I said, money does not have any emotions. We put the emotions behind it, right? If y'all enjoying this, go ahead and drop me some fire emojis in the chat right now. Y'all, I'm just getting started. We getting spicy. I'm just getting started, right? How can you buy income, right? That's like the biggest question I get, right? Like they be like, T, how can I buy income? Like I really, really, really want to understand this process, right? I told you guys every day you should be focused on buying income. Not every other day. Not when you feel like it, but somebody put every day. every day in the chat right now. Every day. I want your minds to be exposed. I just said you can buy money every day. You spend it every day. You can buy it every day. You spend it every day. You can buy it every day. So let's look at it, right? So what is ordinary income, right? What is ordinary income? You wake up, you clock in, you get a check, you know, it's just money you have to work for. I personally call that rented income. Y'all call it ordinary, I call it rented. The reason why I call it rented is because somebody can take it from you, right? That's not really your money. The moment you don't do something right, the moment you don't perform, the moment you don't show up, that's your rented income. I'm not telling you guys not to work a job. What I'm telling you is that you're on rented income, okay? There's a difference. I believe you can work your 9 to 5 and be able to invest into real estate and buy income. I also believe if you mess up at your job and they fire you, now you're looking for more income. But what happens if they fire you and you already done took my advice and started buying income? What happens to you then? Then you start elevating. Then you start leveling up. Then they can't dangle the little carrot in your face and tell you if you don't show up today that they're going to fire you. It's a different type of feeling when you own your income. Somebody put ownership in the chat because ownership is for you. Put ownership in the chat right now. I need your lips to form like a O. Like I want to see you guys on the screen say ownership. Ownership. Like start speaking in the existence right now. Start manifesting that over yourself right now. Right? So that's what your income look like. My income comes with a little elbow grease, and then I start making money. So how does that go? Right? Well, first, the first property I ever bought, some of y'all think you need millions and millions of dollars. You really don't, right? I started with my tax return. I started with $5,000. Somebody put $5,000 in the chat right now, right? $5,000. Not 5. Come on, don't take the easy way. Put in that 5, that comma, 000, the dollar sign. Come on, work with me, right? Let's go all in. 5,000. Then I took $3,000, which was a real estate commission that I had earned, and I had a total of $8,000. Okay? $8,000. I didn't know I needed all type of money. Nobody told me it needed to be sexy. Nobody told me I needed 20%. Y'all, I was doing what I needed to do to get out of my situation. I had bill collectors out the yin yang calling me, asking me when I'm coming to pay them. Me and my husband going from payday loan company to payday loan company to payday loan company, and they are asking me when I'm coming. I can't come right now. It gotta be me. I choose me, right? How many of us feel that? I choose me. I have to choose me this time. I have to choose me. Some of y'all keep choosing all of the other mega investors in the world. What I mean by that? Netflix. You don't got no investment pride, but you got Netflix. Some of y'all got to go on punishment right now. I remember I stripped myself of everything. I didn't even get my braids done. I couldn't even afford a perm. I went down to the bare bone essentials to get to where I'm at today. That's how bad I wanted it. I was hurting so bad financially that I was willing to do anything to fix it. I did not want to remain here on this earth in bondage. I wanted to live free. I wanted my children to live free. And in order to live a free life, I had to do some radical things. Some of y'all not ready to be radical right now. So you still doing all of the other stuff that society tells you. It's like, you know, oh, wow, they got a nice house. You got a nice house, but no investments. You house poor. Come on. We have to think smarter. I told you guys, money do not have emotions. We have the emotions. All my life, I wanted that white picket fence house. I lived in an apartment with roaches and rats and had a rent house. I did it ugly. I did that crap ugly. So I'm all in for 8,000, y'all. That's all my money. That's all I got. I ain't have a Dave to call. I ain't have nobody to call. That's all I had, right? Mom, like I don't have that, right? So this is all we have. Then I turn around, I go to the bank with a 550 credit score. Some of y'all allowing that number to hold you back. But God is trying to place you in another room. He's trying to give you access. He's trying to give you an opportunity. But because you keep counting yourself out, because the rest of the world has said, oh, 550 is not good enough, you have automatically counted yourself out of an opportunity. You have looked at your bank account and missed $1 million opportunity because you couldn't see $10 in your bank account. Literally. So I took that $8,000 total all in. I went to the bank. My banker said, you know what? You have sent us a lot of clients over the years, Terica. We're going to give you a loan. We're going to take a chance on you. Like, we're going to take a chance on you. And because they said they was going to take a chance on me, guess what? They sent an appraiser out there. My property appraised for $60,000. Somebody put $60,000 in the chat right now. It appraised for $60,000. So at that moment, not only did it appraise for $60,000, I have that house rented for $550 till this day. Till this day, I purchased $550 a month in passive income off of one real estate investment. Imagine if you had 3, 4, or 5 of those. Imagine. There's opportunities in every market if you look behind the bushes. I hear it all the time. Oh, we don't got those kind of deals where I'm from. It's because you have spoken that into existence. Your words have power. So what if you start speaking the opposite? I didn't know they had a $5,000 house for me. I just had that amount of money. And because I had that amount of money and because I started manifesting that, guess what happened? They was asking $9,000 or $10,000 for the property. I got it for $5,000 because it was for me. There's some stuff that's just for you that's not going to be for everybody else. There's some stuff for you that's not going to be for everybody else. So then my bank says, okay, it appraised at $60,000. We'll give you 80% of the value of that. So then I get a check for $48,000. But I'm still making $550 a month. I think you guys are missing it. I've been making $550 a month off of that property for over 10 years. I bought that income. Do the math right now. Pull out your calculator. What is $550 times 12 months? Do me a favor. Let's do some real math. Let's see who's paying attention. Where's my phone? Let me pull out my calculator too. I want to do it with y'all, right? $550 a month. Let's go. Come on, pull them out. That's $6,600. Now, I said for the past decade, it's been paying me that. You see, some of y'all hear $550 and you think, that's not no money. Well, I'll take it. I'll gladly take that money. I will gladly take that money. And guess what? I don't have to do anything else. My property manager manages that property. Run me my check every single month. So imagine if I told you guys I have over 500 real estate investments, and let's just say on an average, I'm making $500 a month per door. You see, it becomes addictive when you start buying. Look at her eyes. They big. She like, God dang. Bro, nobody taught us this. Nobody taught us how to buy money. So every single month, I'm making $250,000 passive in real estate because I kept my head down and I invested. And I looked at ugly when everybody else was looking pretty. And I invested when everybody else was going out and doing whatever. I invested everything I had. Somebody put all in. Somebody put all in right now in the chat. Like, this is what it's like going all in. So I'm teaching you guys how I literally just bought income. Literally. It's still paying me. A little elbow grease, and guess what I'm in? Me and David, we bought 60 doors. 60 doors with some of our other partners. Guess what? We have a 20-year HUD contract. That thing pays $500,000 a year in income. Y'all, we making doctors' income with a little bit of elbow grease. I don't know if you guys are understanding it. There's some money out here with your name on it. There's some opportunities out here with your name on it. There's some bricks out here with your name on it. I don't know if you want to eat these bricks, go ahead and drop me some emojis in the chat right now. I just got to see who all in. If y'all think this is spicy, wait till I break down them 5 days that's coming up. Y'all got it. Who got a date with me right now in the chat? Go ahead. Drop in the chat who got a date with me, because I'm telling y'all, if you don't have a date with me, you need to be on my challenge. 5 days, I'm going in, and it's going to be even harder than this. And we breaking down all of different type of deals, funding, JV. We breaking it all down, and it's no hoorah, right? It's no hoorah. Y'all are like, literally, I tell people, if you don't believe what I done, just go Google me. I mean, I don't know how many people could say that. Like, just go Google Terica Lynn Smith. They invited your girl to the White House. I ain't even know how to act. I was like, y'all want me to go? Let's go. Somebody that was poor from New Orleans. You understand what I'm saying? They counted me out when I was in foster care. Said I was going to be on crack just like my mom and dad. They already counted me out. They said because I was a teenage mom, I was going to drop out of high school. They said because now I see all them zeros in my bank account, and guess what? They still working for the state. Ain't no such thing as a freaking statistic. I'm breaking all statistic that anybody has ever placed upon me. And some of y'all are chain breakers and statistic breakers. And this is your year to go and break the cycle. It's your year to go and end those statistics that they placed upon you and your family. We ain't hood rich no more. We rich in real life. We rich in real life. Some people be like, yo, you just got started in real estate. Nah, I've been doing this 18 years. David, the one, told me to pick my head up and come talk to the folks. Straight up. Just being 100 with y'all. He's like, yo, T, we need to get this to the world. Right? We just bought $500,000 with 60 doors. Bought another 20 doors with, not even, I don't know, 4 months ago? If that. That's another $140,000. Y'all understand the game? Last year, I bought over $1 million in income. I can tell you one thing. I'm no different than any one of you that's sitting in this room right now. The only difference that I did was I executed. I saw an opportunity and I did it. I saw an opportunity and I did it. And so I'm telling you guys right now, I am going to be doing my challenge for the next 5 days. Some of you already signed up. My inner circle is on here. They can speak for themselves what it's like spending the past year with me, the past 6 months. When I tell you we go all in, we go all in. When I tell you we eat bricks, we eat bricks. When I tell you we gonna do something, we're gonna do something. It ain't no such thing. You're gonna feel real uncomfortable around me, because I don't believe favor and fear can live in the same room. Do that make sense? Favor and fear can't be together. So if you fearful and you think things are not going to work out, this is not going to be the opportunity for you. I heard today that reasons are excuses. Every time you open up your mouth and give yourself a reason of why you can't do something, you're giving yourself an excuse. I'm telling you now, again, it's very complicated to be in my circle and be comfortable with being poor. I ain't being funny, but I mean, if I wanted to be around poor people, I'd just go back to being homeless under the bridge. Just being honest. I want everybody around me to thrive. I want everybody around me pressed down, shaken, and run it over. I remember watching Harriet. I was watching Harriet when I was headed to Dubai, like probably a few months ago, whatever the case may be. And Harriet made the in the movie, right? She made the comment. She said, I had to walk 100 miles alone. And I tell myself that every opportunity I get, I may have to walk 100 miles alone, but I'm going to walk these 100 miles, because when I get to the other side, I know freedom is waiting for me and it's waiting for my family. But I have to get through the 100 miles first. Some of you going to be doing this walk by yourself, and people ain't going to want to go with you. People going to talk about you. People going to tell you you're a little crazy. They're going to say, why are you going to another webinar or workshop? But let me tell you, there's power in the rooms that you join. There is power in the rooms that you join. So right now, what I'm telling you guys is this. January 16th, I am hosting my challenge. Literally. I don't do this all throughout the year. Y'all don't see me doing ads, like, y'all don't see me doing none of that stuff, right? Because I really be eating bricks in real life. But I will be hosting my 5-day property challenge. And I want to see you guys in the room. I want you guys, again, this is an opportunity. If you look at what's in front of you right now, you're going to say, yo, T, I can't do this right now. This is not my season. But if you look with the lenses that I just prepared you with, you're going to say, I'm all in. I'm going to spend these 5 days. Even if I got to get in at the lowest entry, I'm going to do it. And even if you're at the highest level, you're going to be in the room and you're going to show up and you're going to go all out. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. I'll tell you, I was listening to some of the people testimonies in the inner circle. What's crazy is this. I don't know what inner circle has more than 60% success rate. That's real people that I did not know a year ago who got bricks. Like, if you're in the inner circle right now and you in this room, do me a favor, drop your door count in here. Like, let people see that you are real, right? I don't have to promote myself. My results, right? My receipts speak for themselves. This is people I did not know a year ago. But because I was obedient, because I understood the assignment, because I knew that David, who does this, said, T, we got to get this out there to the people, I had to be obedient. This is why this challenge is important, because they started in the exact same room as you. They started in the exact same room as you. They went through a 5-day challenge. They had questions. They said, yo, I don't understand it. I don't get it. You know, they went through the process. And let me tell you something. There's nothing greater than having ownership whenever you get to this side of the table. There's nothing greater. I am so freaking proud of the inner circle that joined. I'm going to be proud of you. I want for you guys right now, if you have went and signed up for the challenge, go ahead and comment done. Let me see who executing right now. No, it ain't no shortcuts. You cannot skip the 5-day challenge and rock with me. I don't do shortcuts, y'all. I'm not no microwave. I'm really a oven. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to tell you you're going to get rich overnight. But what I can tell you is that your investment will be worth it. I mean, you see them dropping their doors. I don't got to make that up, right? Your investment will be worth it. Comment done right now if you have went over and gone ahead and signed up for the challenge. The second thing is this, right? And I think that this is important. You guys are spending every single day. You are spenders, okay? Whether you like it or not, you're spenders, okay? What does that mean if you are a spender? That means that you are investing into someone's company. You are an investor whether you like it or not. The site is www.thepropertychallenge.com. You are an investor whether you like it or not. What does that mean, right? All right, do me a favor. If at any point in time I name something you have purchased, do me a favor. Drop a fire emoji. If you bought a candy bar, drop a fire emoji. All right. If you bought Netflix or any other type of streaming platform, drop a fire emoji. Okay. If you bought any type of, I don't know, food products, drop a fire emoji. All of that comes from investors. Somebody who's selling you rice believe that they have the best rice and that you should buy their rice, and that's why their rice is on the shelf. And guess what? You go spend the money and invest into it and you don't get a return. And that's okay. There's some things we have to buy, essential living items that we have to buy, that we have to be able to eat, right? Netflix. How many of y'all invest in Netflix? Right? Absolutely. I'm not telling y'all there's nothing wrong with what y'all doing. What I'm telling y'all is that you have to be an investor that's going to receive a return on your investment. Okay? You have to be an investor in everything that you do. Anytime I go into the store, I think about who owns this company. And if I have the time, I'm taking out my phone and I'm Googling the family. And I'm making sure that this family is someone I want to invest my money with. I remember my son went into the store one time and he was like, oh, I really want that Hershey candy bar, mama. And I was like, all right, I'll get the Hershey candy bar for you, but let me explain to you what we're doing, right? This $1 has made this family billions of dollars over decades, son. Do you understand that? So when we give this dollar, we're about to go and put it into their family trust, and we get nothing back. I said, how would you like it if you go and make your own candy bar? He said, I can make a candy bar? I said, you can make whatever you want, because guess what? Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. So I want you to tell yourself that every time you invest $1, can I do that? Can I be the one? Nothing is impossible. Somebody put that in the chat right now. Nothing is impossible. And so because you are so, this is what I was telling my daughter. I said, growing up, I was raised to be a consumer. Okay? I was raised to be a consumer. There was not one point in my life where I was raised to be a producer. Right? Not one. Because what happens is you go to work, right? You take that money, you go pay bills. And no more income come in unless you physically go out there and do it yourself. Physically. Do that make sense? Physically. And so what we have to understand is that when we are looking at the buying income approach, we have to understand that when we are buying income, that is money coming back to us. When we are spending money, that money is not coming back to us. We are investors. We're just not investors in the right business. You are your best investment. That makes sense? You are your best investment. What does that mean? If I'm telling you, you are your best investment, that means the more knowledge you retain, the more knowledge you get, the more knowledge you place up here, the more things you know, the more people that you connect to, the more rooms that you get into, the more opportunities that you have. The more opportunities that you have. That's why it's important. Can you imagine, somebody such as myself? I did a lot in 18 years. What's funny is that a lot of people are like, yo, I didn't even know you can make that much passively a month. I got friends making $500,000 a month. They have bought a massive amount of income. I was telling Dave, he lifted his eyebrows up at me. I told him, I said, look, there's an opportunity where we can look at making $500,000 a month on gross income coming in. He said, what? I said, yeah. I said, it's a big boy deal. Like, this ain't no little person deal, right? This is going to take, a little bit of elbow grease, hair grease, shoulder, knee grease. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to get all up in this deal, okay? But think about it. Could you imagine? Like, close your eyes right now and imagine $500,000 a month coming through your bank account consistently. Have you even took the time to think about yourself like that? Y'all so busy thinking in thousands, 3,000, 2,000. How much you make an hour? $24 an hour. How about we look at this? $500,000. I'm already at $250,000. That's going to put your girl at $750,000. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. And so what I want you guys to do is do me a favor, right? I'm telling you, we're going to be breaking stuff like this down along with all type of other deals, right? During this 5-day challenge. We're going to break down all type of opportunities. But I need for you to come with the right mindset. I need for you to come ready, willing, and able. I need for you to come all in. I need for you to say, T, I'm showing up at this challenge. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care about anything else other than I'm going to show up to this event. Come hell or hot water, I'm showing up because I'm all in. And I promise myself this year in 2023, I was going to do something different. Don't be a fraud this early in the year. Don't be a fraud this early in the year. Come on. Don't be a fraud this early in the year. It is time for you right now to say, you know what? I promised myself that my financial situation was going to change. If I have to invest in myself for knowledge because I invest into everything else, then God doggone it, I'm going to invest. I'm going to invest right now. I'm going to go to the challenge. I'm going to do whatever it is that I can. Some of you won't even take the opportunity today, and I'm not even mad at you. It won't bother me. I won't know you. Like, none of that is going to really matter to me at all, right? But what I will tell you is that the ones who do get in the room, the ones who do show up, the ones who do participate, their lives will be changed forever, right? Let me give you guys another strategy, because I'm like, I'm telling you guys how we're buying income or whatever the case may be. Whenever I say we buy income every day, that means my team is putting contracts out there every day. Every day a deal got to be brought to me. We just looked at a deal where it was they was asking $3.5 million, and the income on an annual basis would be like $250,000 a year. That's not enough money for the type of money they want to put out, right? But when you're buying income and you breaking the deals down, the actual income part of it, like I want you guys to get this. When I say buying income, you're really buying income. All of that money that property make at the end of the year, it goes on your taxes as your income. The company's income, right? We'll show you how to set all that up in the challenge as well. That is the part that you guys need to understand when I say we're buying income. So let me give you another deal, right? We have an opportunity. We had an opportunity in Louisiana where it was a 20-unit apartment complex. The guy was going through some financial hardships or whatever the case may be. And he just needed to get out of the deal, okay? And so the wholesalers ended up contacting me, and we bought this property for $360,000, okay? We have to put into this property another $400,000. Somebody say leverage. Somebody put leverage in the chat right now. Leverage, right? Leverage. So because we put in $400,000, we bought it at $360, we in for $700 and some change, right? Guess what? The property is going to appraise at $1.2 million. That's the equity in the property. So 1.2 million minus the 760 and some change, all of that money is our money. We just built that equity out in that property. That's not the only great thing. This property, we're going to rent it from anywhere from $600 to $700 per door. There's 20 doors. So we're going to make another, $14,000, $15,000, $16,000 a month gross off of this opportunity. Times that times 12, that's another $140,000 a year in gross income. Buying that building bought the income. Need a little bit of elbow grease, a little hair grease, a little knee grease, right? But because of that opportunity, I understood that it was going to have an equity play. So with that equity in it, we have $400,000, $500,000 worth of equity on top. And what is equity, y'all? Again, if it's worth 1.2 minus the 7 and some change we have in it, that's equity. The bank will give you the equity out of your bricks. Guess what? One ain't got no debt on it. I called, I think I called like 5 of my friends. I said, hey, y'all want to buy some income? They don't even question me. They be like, yo, T, yeah, I'm in. In fact, my friends get mad at me when I don't send them deals. I have one friend who told me, don't you ever buy another brick without me. That's how addictive it is. Get in a circle where all your friends are buying bricks and y'all are competing and y'all like, yo, don't buy another brick without me. Like, that's how it have to be. Get in a circle where everybody is winning and everybody is eating. Man, y'all are smart on here. Somebody said it sound like Tiffany. I ain't say nothing. I ain't telling y'all nothing. But at the end of the day, let me say this, right? That $100 and some thousand that we just added to the portfolio, guess what? Imagine if you did that 3 times a year. Would that replace your income? Give me a yes or a no in the chat. Give me a yes or a no in the chat. Would that replace your income? Y'all said y'all ready to buy income. Am I teaching y'all how to buy income? Like, let's go. I'm teaching you guys what I did. I can't give you guys all of this fancy, hedge fund type. I'm not doing that. I'm giving y'all what I actually went through as a human being and what changed my life forever. That's what I'm giving you guys. I'm giving you something I actually walked through myself. I'm giving you the trials. I'm giving you the good, the bad, the ugly, right? I'm giving you all of what I have. And that's what I can promise you. I will not give you anything that I have not walked through. I am not the person who knows everything about everything, but I do know a lot of things. I do know a lot of things. And so what I want for you guys to do me a favor right now. If you guys are excited about buying income, drop me some emojis in the chat right now. Drop me some emojis in the chat right now. If you excited about buying income, drop me some emojis. First of all, y'all rock stars because y'all showed up in a day notice, first of all. So that just means y'all are amazing, okay? But second, drop me some emojis if you are coming to the challenge. On the challenge, guess what, y'all? Y'all get to ask me questions, right? VIP day, titanium, platinum, we are asking questions. We start a whole hour before. And all I'm doing is asking questions. I'm not talking about nothing else other than what your questions are. You probably like, yo, T, how do I get started? Where can I get money from? How can I find deals? How can I get funded? All of these questions, like, we are going to be answering as many questions as we possibly can on the VIP time slots that we have. Again, that time starts an hour before. If you're not VIP, you will not be in the room to hear those questions, okay? If, right, you only can get in the room, well, guess what? You still have access in the room. There's power in proximity. There's power in proximity. You do understand, in order to be a part of the fire, you got to get close to it, right? In order to set a blaze, you got to get close to it. You can't be sitting on the bleachers and expect to get this type of opportunity and then be like, yo, you know what? It's going to happen for me one day. You know, Bob, it's going to happen one day. I believe in us, okay? I believe in us. Nah, you got to go and take the opportunity. You got to go and get around the fire. I'm excited to see everybody who pulling up in Atlanta tomorrow. Titanium, Inner Circle, like all of y'all pulling up. We're going to have fun tomorrow. I'm keeping David out past his curfew. So do me a favor, guys, for real. Comment in the chat right now. Let me know if I'm going to see you at the challenge. Let me know if you guys signed up. Let me know if this was good for you, like how to buy income. Like, did y'all even know that was a thing? Like, literally, that's why I've been in this game for so long. People don't tell you that you really can buy income. You really can eat these bricks. You really can be a part of, the other side of life. Like, it's not that hard. It's not even that deep. I tell you one thing, if you in my challenge, you in my inner circle, guess what happened? You bring me a deal and it's a good deal. Dave, you buying?
You already know.
I'm buying. I'm in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, you don't even need a bank. Straight up. There's people who we have funded because we have the money. It just makes sense for us. The opportunity. We are investors in real life. So you got to get yourself in a room around investors who really be making investments. That's what we do. So when we say we really look for the opportunities, we really look for the opportunities. We really invest with our people. We really do this in real life, right? So again, the property challenge has been launched. This is your official notice. We are excited to see everybody in the room. I'm not going to keep y'all all night. I promised you guys I was going to give y'all an hour of how to buy income. I have fulfilled that obligation. So right now, what I want all of you guys to do is to go now to www.thepropertychallenge.com and sign up. Let's keep this going. January 16th, we're going to be rocking out. And then on top of that, if you are VIP, whatever it is you are, guess what? We starting early. And there's a whole lot of stuff we haven't even dropped. Y'all thought the last challenge was bananas? Y'all thought we had Floyd. Y'all thought we got some. I'm telling y'all, we got some real estate. We got the real deal. Like, we got a lot of people coming. Floyd say he about to make 300 million a month. That's the type of people you got to be in a room with. That's the type of conversations you got to have. That's the type of conversations you got to be around. Things that blow your mind. Things that blow your mind. So do me a favor right now, guys. Log off, go to www.thepropertychallenge and sign up. Get your tickets. Get in the room. Let's do this in real life. Come on. What's up? What we doing? What we doing? D, Michael, is there anything else y'all want to add for me?
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, guys, we've got multiple levels of tickets that you guys can engage in. So, of course, everyone gets access, all the general admission and all the ticketers get access to the private Facebook group where you'll be able to, I will say this, you'll be able to post and publicly do your homework because, like I said, this is not a free ride.
Yep.
You were expected to work. That's not what we do. Hey, listen, T, she works me hard.
I do. But I retired you. Hey, be honest. You retired, though.
She retired me, and I will say this, I work very hard. I don't work harder than T. She outworks everybody I've ever known in my life. And y'all, we're from South Louisiana, oil field, people like working, breaking their backs.
Yeah,
works hard.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. D had an MBA, right? I showed him with his house. We did one play. I know I said I was going to let y'all go, but I need to share this story too. Can I share one more story? Please, can I share one more story? This is so much fun. Can I share one more story? Say yes, yes, yes. I need to see it blow up if I can share one more story. One more story? All right, they saying yes. They saying I can keep going. All right. First of all, D, whenever we found your house, it was one specific mission only, for you to buy income, right or wrong? Derek Godo.
That was the only mission. That's correct.
Okay. Yes, I called your full name. All right. So I can't remember what we found his property for. I think it was like, I don't know. You remember, what was it? 350?
I remember, yeah. We originally found it was 450, but that's definitely not what we bought it at.
That's right. I negotiated that sucker all the way down. And we waited too. We waited. But we bought it at 450, but we didn't buy it at 450. It was on the market at 450. I negotiated it down to about 350, right, D?
300.
Oh man, I'm good. Oh, that's spicy. Somebody drop me them chili peppers in the chat right now. Your girl is fire. All right. So 300. We turned around. How much we put into it, D?
100.
We put $100,000 into his property. How much did the appraisal come back at?
720. Let's go.
Jesus. Somebody put 720 in the chat right now. Okay. $720,000. Guess what he did? I said, D, you not done yet. I said, you're not done yet. It's time to go get a HELOC. He said, a what? He said a HELOC. So he go to the bank and they tell you how much money can they give you from your HELOC, your home equity line of credit.
They'll give you 80% on your equity.
80%. So how much was that for, D? I remember D was like, I'm about to go sign the check.
Yeah, the total was a little over 250 grand.
Yes. $250,000. And how much real estate can you buy with that?
About 1.3 million.
$1.3 million. Do you know how many people I helped find money on the real estate challenge? They had people that joined our challenge 6 months ago, and they had all of this money sitting in their property. I showed them how to use that money to go buy income. So then at 1.2 million, guess what? What are we doing? A lot of people make this a lot harder. That's why I'm telling you, you have to be in the room. You have to be around the right people. You have to do you cannot just expect for things like this to happen. You have to go and make these things happen. That makes sense? And there's not one of you on here like Derek. Like, I'm not even trying to throw shade because he's like, he's my good friend. But Derek had an MBA, and this dude was fighting me all the way through. He like, yo, you really can make money like that? Like, T, I can't get my mind around it. Like, he was too smart for real estate for me. I mean, he was asking me questions. I'm like, yo, it ain't that deep. Like, you too smart. Like, can you not ask me that question? Like, that don't even make sense to me. Am I lying, D?
No, you still say stuff like that to this day. Look, when I'm in the weeds, y'all, that's her cue. Derek, it ain't that deep. And I can 100% say, y'all, it is not that deep. And look, I've got a finance degree and an MBA, like T said. And They teach you a lot of stuff about theory and making money, but you're making money for other people. You're learning how to make, like,
Mm-hmm.
invest in other people, basically, is what you're doing, investing in other countries or other companies. But I will say this, that the formula for making money in real estate is extremely simple.
Yes.
All it is just knowing it. It's
Mm-hmm.
knowing the information, it's being in the right circles, it's making sure you have access to capital. Hey, a little advanced knowledge for the 5 day property challenge. Guess what? You do not need cash to invest in real estate.
That's
You
right.
can do it without any money. That sounds like some crazy clickbait title, but people do it all the time. People in our inner circle do it all the time. So,
Yep.
T, am I
Well, let
wrong
me
or am
say
I right?
this too, right? I know you just dropped like, yo, how you can get into real estate with no money, right? Like a lot of this is what we're going to be talking about on the challenge. But let me say this, right? Whenever we have a property right now, literally, I'm signing the contract. My attorney is waiting for me to send the contract. It's a 5 unit deal that my attorney is doing. Okay. And it's not because it's me. I promise you that. It ain't that deep with him. Okay. He like a check. Straight up. That man like a check. So he have a property. One of the properties had a fire, so it's burned really really bad on the inside. So he was looking to sell it. Well, the deal fell through. The deal had a few contracts. It fell through quite a few times. So I was like, you know what? If I can work out a deal that makes sense, I'm gonna just buy it from my attorney because I mean I can add 5 more doors to my investment, whatever, right? So I go to him and I say, look, I want for you to subdivide the burned house off of the property. That means remove it from off of the plat with all of the other houses and put it on a plot by itself. Then I want you to do an active donation for me. Okay? An active donation for the burn unit. And then I'm gonna buy the other units from you for $172,000. Y'all, I don't need $172,000 to buy it from him. You can get that money from the bank. But because he have a burn house and I have to fix this house up by a certain time before the city, start barking again, I don't want to have to put a down payment on the property and fix up the burn property. Like, I don't want to have to go through that process. So what we came up with and what I did with my attorney was I said, look, do me a favor. If this still makes sense to you, take it. If it don't make sense, no harm, whatever, right? He said, I told him, I said, I'm going to offer you the 172. Okay. I'm going to put up $50,000 and I'm going to fix the burn house. And when I finish the burn house, I want you to give me back the $50,000. He said, what? I said, yeah, that's what I want to do. I like that deal. With a big smile on my face. I like that deal. He said, but you'll be getting that deal for free. I said, well, I mean, what else are you going to do with it? He said, well, let me go talk to my family and I'll come back. He said, T, I talked to my family and I'm going to do the deal with you. I said, okay, great. I said, what are the terms? He said, I'm going to finance the deal for you. You don't need to go to the bank for $172,000 at a 7% interest rate for 20 years. And then you're going to fix up the burn unit and you're going to put up your money. And then once you finish fixing the burn unit and you get your CO, your certificate of occupancy, then I'm going to turn around and give you the 50,000. And then that 172 plus that 50,000, you'll just finance that through my company as a whole. Somebody, do you understand what just happened? Put some fire emojis in the chat right now if you understand what just happened. I'm giving you guys the real game. I can't make this stuff up, right? I literally, and some of you may be like, yo, T, I don't got $50,000. All right, that's okay. Do you know 10 people with $5,000? Do you know 10 people who want to get in real estate and only have $5,000? This is an opportunity where you can bring it to your close friends and loved ones. If you don't know 10 people with $5,000, the first thing you got to do is change your circle. If you don't know nobody with money, you're in the wrong circle. You need to run to the property challenge and sign up and come to all of our networking events. Straight up. Like, you have to sign up, right? And so I just want you guys to understand exactly what it is that we're talking about, okay? And not only that, you can do, and this is another way that, this is not really, like, this is a way to buy income, and I don't want to go too deep with y'all. Like, I want you guys to understand that there is a challenge coming up. I'm giving you guys a little sauce of what's going to be in the challenge. Is that okay? Can I give one more example? This is my final example. I promise that. I promise. Okay. First of all, there's called the BRRRR method, right? You buy the property, you're going to renovate the property, you're going to rent the property out, you're going to refinance the property, meaning go to the bank, ask them for a loan to pull money out and, redo your loan. And then you're going to repeat the process. That makes sense? It's called the BRRRR method, right? Somebody put it in the chat for me. You're going to buy the property. You're going to renovate the property. You're going to rent the property. You're going to refinance the property. And then you're going to repeat the process. Okay? What does that mean? Whenever you get to the refinance part, you remember what I told you guys, what was the equity? So on the apartment complex, the 1.2 million minus the 760, that is equity in that deal that the bank would give me 80% of. So I'll take that apartment complex to the bank. They'll give me 80% of my equity, and I will use that money to go and repeat the same BRRRR method that I did when I acquired the property. I bought it, I renovated it, I rented it out, and now I'm going to refinance it. I'm going to take that money from the refinance, and then I'm going to repeat the process. What does that mean? I'm going to go and buy it again. Is this good for y'all? Are y'all learning already? I ain't even have the challenge yet, and I'm giving y'all like a lot of the sweetness, right? And so the reason why I want to be able to do this is because, I need you guys to understand that the rich is getting rich during the recession. The rich is getting rich during the recession. That makes sense? And some of us are not. Some of us are not, because we're not in the right room. We're not around the right people. We don't know the right things to say. We don't know the right people to talk to. Some of y'all say, I don't know 10 people with $5,000. That's a part of the problem. We have to change the problem, right? And so what I need for you guys to understand is the reason why this challenge is so awesome, the reason why it's going to be so good for you is because look what I'm giving you already. You can go run track right now with this I done gave, right? Like literally, this is stuff that we do in real life. The cool thing about it is this, right? You're going to get a chance and opportunity to be able to come and see stuff that I have at some point in time. If you on my team or whatever, and you're going to see in real life that we have real bricks and that we do this in real life. So do me a favor now. I want for you guys to go over to thepropertychallenge.com. If this was good for you, share this with somebody, a loved one, let them learn, look, don't be stingy with it, right? Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? But success loves speed. Period. Success loves speed. And if this is the path you've taken, if you said 2023 is your year, if you say I'm not going to be a fraud and I'm going to literally change the trajectory of my family, if you are all in, you are already signed up. I don't have to tell you that, right? I don't have to tell you any of that. And I'll tell you this, tomorrow we have our titanium meetup in Atlanta. I'm so super excited about this. The inner circle is pulling up. Everybody pulling up, right? Dave's going to be in the house. I got a lot of my good friends coming, and we're going to have fun. We're also going to do the Cupid Shuffle, but we're going to network, and we're going to talk a lot of real estate. A lot of real estate. We're going to have wealth conversations, okay? Wealth conversations. So if, again, success loves speed, right? Those who are titanium ticket holders will be in Atlanta. I wouldn't care what I had to do. I just told you guys a few $1 million going to be in the room. What does that mean? Get in the room. Get in the room, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I am so excited that you guys came to the workshop. I hope it was valuable for you. I pray that, you guys are truly blessed by the information that we give. But, the year 2023 is the year of impact for me. And I want to be able to impact as many lives as I possibly can. So go to the www.thepropertychallenge.com. I hope to see you guys next week. If not, I'm still going to be around. I hope to see you around. Let's buy some income come together. Let's go buy some bricks, y'all. Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo.
Yo,
we
D,
got
give some people some shout outs, bro.
yeah, for sure. So look, we got Denise, Cynthia,